Hey guys, it's Sabrina. I am here in my hotel room in Buffalo, New York right now. I'm here for work for 6 days. I'll be home on Monday. I actually have to be at work in the next 30 minutes, so I have to get changed pretty soon. But anyways, wanted to really quickly talk to you guys about Tana Mongeau and all the drama with her N-word video with iDubbbz, all of that stuff. And you guys already know what happened. You've seen all the response videos, you saw the content cop, you saw the N-word video, so you're here because you want to hear what I have to say. I actually really like Tana Mongeau. I know that's so sad. I've seen a couple of response videos where people are like, nobody under the age of 12 watches her, and I am 25, and I do admit that I enjoyed Tana Mongeau's content. First of all, she's a storytime channel, and I'm not saying that every storytime channel is lies and people are lying, but unless you are someone like Shannon Rose, who had a history in porn, who has really truly had a crazy life, I really think that most storytime channels are going to be people that exaggerate. She's gonna raise her voice a little, she's gonna thrash around, she's gonna make things more entertaining for people to listen to. And I like to watch storytime channels, and I like to watch YouTube in general while I'm doing things around the house, while I'm exercising. It's just something for me that's really fun to listen to. But I never watched Tana Mongeau and took her at 100% complete face value. And that opinion all started to me with her whole nail salon video. Even though we don't know who was in the right, who was in the wrong in that situation, and it was a crazy story. When I saw that cell phone footage versus the story that she told where she blew it up out of proportion, I knew to watch her without taking everything she said at face value. But I digress. Her stalker videos came out, her assistant video came out, her N-word video came out. And it was when her assistant videos came out and her assistant had the receipts that my opinion about Tana Mongeau started to change. I don't hate Tana Mongeau, I don't know Tana Mongeau, but I do to an extent believe that the fame, I guess, the quick blowing up of her channel did get to her head. Before all this came out, I did see the old vines or videos or whatever of her saying the N-word, hard R, in multiple videos. Because of all the drama going on right now, I learned about the comments, the tweets, and all of that. And my opinion about her is definitely a lot different. And I do think that there is a chance that some of her stories are an extreme exaggeration. In some of her videos, she does say that she's a very paranoid person. I could see where her perception of things could be a lot different than reality. With her self-admittedly being a very paranoid person, I could see how she could take something that happens and it blows up in her head, and the way she remembers it is different than the way it actually happened. So she embellishes it or she exaggerates it in the story. I'm not here to defend Tana Mongeau, and I'm not here to bash her in any way. I do think her career is not over, and I do think that she can come back from this. And I know Tana is never going to watch this video, seeing as to how she only responded to the situation when a big YouTuber called her out for it. And she does tend to respond to things only when big YouTubers call her out for them. But I do want to share my opinion. And again, my opinion is that she can come back from this. And the way that she can come back from this is to be the person that she says she is. She has constantly, since the beginning of her career, touted herself as a real YouTuber, being real. You know, I watched her Snapchat videos where she said that she used the word in the past because she was 13. And it's already been disproven. This happened a year or two ago. She wasn't 13. The tweets are fairly recent. It was 1 year, 2 years ago. So that was one thing that, you know, she needs to own up to. I watched the N-word video all the way to the end. I watched her Snapchat videos. She gives the same excuse in both videos, that she thought the word meant homie, it meant friend, and that's why she used it in the past. Her parents never said anything. Her teachers never said anything. Nobody around her ever told her that that was a bad word to use, and it wasn't even until later that she realized that it was a bad word to use. And now she is an activist and an advocate for, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement and against racism. The thing is, it's already been disproven that she thought, you know, it meant homie or friend, and she used it in a way that, she knew what it meant. TMI, but I've been in relationships in my past where I've had to go into relationship counseling. And one of the things I learned about in relationship counseling is when you are guilty, you try to deflect the blame and make yourself the victim by placing the blame on someone else. So when Tana said in her excuse videos that she thought the word meant homie or friend, her parents never said anything. The word just got thrown around. Nobody ever said anything to her. She's deflecting the blame from herself onto somebody else. She's making it seem like her parents didn't do a very good job in raising her and making her know the difference between what's racist and what's not, and what's right and what's wrong. So that's one thing. She's deflecting the blame onto her parents. She's deflecting the blame onto her peers, saying nobody ever said anything to her. And she's also saying that she didn't know what it meant, so obviously her teachers didn't do a very good job, her school didn't do a very good job, so it's not really my fault that I said all these things. And it was in rap songs, so I didn't know the difference. I'm sorry, but that doesn't work. That's not how things work around here. You learn about that stuff at a very young age, and I don't think that I went to high class elementary and middle schools, but I knew what the word meant. I'm half white. My parents are very conservative, and my parents taught me the difference between right and wrong. And that's not to say that conservatives are racist and they don't know the difference. Your parents, usually if they're doing a good job, will teach you between right and wrong, and your teachers and your peers, if people that you're hanging around with are good people and good influences, then you'll know. When I was young, I used the F word and I used the R word. And it wasn't because I didn't know any better. It wasn't because my friends said it. It wasn't because my parents didn't teach me any better. It was because I didn't care. And I'm so sorry to say that, but that's the truth. It was because I was ignorant and I didn't care. I knew what it meant, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't care. The fact of the matter is, though, is that I matured, I educated myself, and I learned from my mistakes. I took responsibility for what I did and what I said, and I'm truly sorry for it. I'm not living my life overcompensating for the things that I said, but I'm going to take responsibility. I'm not going to blame it on the town I was raised in and the people who raised me and my teachers and my peers. Hannah, you can come back from this by taking responsibility for what you did and placing the blame on you and you alone. When I was in college, I actually got a job living with students with developmental disabilities, Down syndrome, autistic, Tourette syndrome, and that word to me is an absolute no now. It really hurts me when I hear it. I spend a lot of time with people like this, and I feel very close to the situations. I could see how Tana changed. I could see how people changed. I mean, I think it's kind of different because I actually worked with these people. As much as my job was to help these people, my life was enriched by my job, and it was enriched by being around these people, and it was enriched by learning from them. That's not a word that's in my vocabulary anymore. So another way I think Tana can come back from this is by, again, being who she says she is and being real. In her videos, multiple videos, she says she's now an activist. She's now an advocate for the Black Lives Matter movement and an advocate against racism. You are an advocate, but you are not an activist, Tana. There's a difference between being an advocate and being an activist. Activists, to me, are people that go out in their community and does something about it. Talk to their legislators. They join groups. They march along with whoever or whatever cause they're being an activist for. They're doing something within their community. Putting a hashtag or putting a name on your Twitter that says Black Lives Matter for a month does not make you an activist. Unless you're going out in your community and you're doing something about it, I don't think that you can call yourself an activist. I've put hashtag Save Darfur on my Twitter and on my Instagram. Does that make me an activist? Absolutely not. I think that actually takes away from the hard work that people in the community are doing versus somebody who reposts memes on Facebook. There's a huge difference. After all this kind of blew over, I watched her Snapchat, and Tana posted a picture of herself wearing a t-shirt that said "Stop killing our black children." And I recalled her video, her Snapchat video, saying, well, I mean, if I was racist, would I put Black Lives Matter as my name when people told me not to and people told me to take it down? It's just, do you see what I mean? There's a huge difference. Also, after all this blew over, she posted a video saying that she was going to donate her sponsorship video proceeds to charity. She chose a charity that Miley Cyrus started and is involved in, and I don't know. I just think, I don't know. To me, that was all of that is kind of a distraction and to make herself look better, make herself seem better, to kind of deflect from the situation. The point of this video is to say, you can come back from this, Tana, if you are the person that you say you are. Real. If you are real, take the responsibility and put it on yourself and yourself only. Apologize for it and move on. And also, if you're an activist, be a real activist. I'm gonna link a few YouTube videos down below from Black influencers who have been impacted by Tana, who have made response videos to Tana Mongeau, where they've all said they don't think Tana's gonna watch. But I think the most important voices in this situation are theirs. And I really do think they deserve to be listened to. Tana Mongeau, do something about it. Make your words count. So in conclusion, do I think Tana Mongeau is a racist? No, I don't. Sorry if that breaks people's hearts, but I really don't. I think she's changed. I think people can change. But what I don't think that she's done is been real. I don't think that she's truly taken responsibility for the things she's done, and I think that the way that she can come back from it is to be real. Another thing that I wanted to quickly say before I go is we can't control things that happen in our lives, but we can control the way that they make us feel. That's something that's extremely true, but we all hate to admit it. All kinds of messed up things happen and are said and are done to us or about us in our lives, and we can choose to let it ruin our day, let it ruin our week, let it ruin our lives, or not. Remember, we are in charge of our own feelings, guys, and we have a choice. So that's it for my video for today, guys. Also, for those of you who are going to say that I'm using a big YouTuber's name to get views, I will demonetize this video, okay? I don't make any money off of YouTube. I'm a very small YouTuber, so I don't make any money, but I will demonetize this video because I do think that this is a serious topic, and I do actually believe there are victims in this situation, just not Tana Mongeau. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Follow my Instagram and Twitter. Hopefully I can do some exploring here in Buffalo for you guys and show you around. Sorry, my battery ran out, but I'll see you guys next time.